Hi. I'm certainly right now just looking for music because I had a bunch of tracks that I had planned out, but I do have a lot already planned or decided upon before we got anywhere basically. Um, want clips again? I don't know. I'm totally 1,000% down with that idea. Anyways, um, so basically we're talking about what happened last week, and what we hope to aspirely do next following week. So basically, that's what I do every Thursday, as per usual. I have written down a bunch of stuff that I have, and then we could get into oat stuff. Although I think more oat stuff now is going to be like setting up the shops and stuff to make it more accessible for passersby. So, anyways, I did want to talk about what happened today, and today basically is nothing to worry about. Nothing but that infernal disease that's out there, but I did feel not well today. And hey, it's just another day, I guess. I did not feel well today, but other than that, I think I did what I planned to do. Um, because I feel like I'm walking backwards. Um, because of what happened on Wednesday, I delegated things around. So like, what usually happens on Wednesday is I learn something new, like American Sign Language or Korean or violin. Um, but because what happened on Wednesday, things got moved on. But I did eventually get around to um, learning violin, which is basically learning about the strings of the violin and understanding the placement of notes on on the violin, which apparently violin is too good for frets. So I'm gonna have to learn how to place my fingers on the violin. Speaking of which, I just because it's here, I will grab it and I'll show you. Oops, this is the violin. It's pretty. I love the violin so much. I think it was this one. I have to practice playing it, but yeah, this is Hyun Jun, and it's I have to practice being a pro at it, but yes, I've learned the strings, and I think it does help that have a musical background. So I know the strings on a guitar, for example, so I can kind of understand both of them. But yes, G, D, A, and E are the strings on the violin, and then I have to learn about practicing and all that fun stuff and placement, which is a different situation for me because I have to like get used to holding it and also holding the rope, which I think is like a future lesson. But anyways, that's all about what happened was supposed to happen on Wednesday, didn't happen on Wednesday, but I did it today. So there you go. So what should have happened um on Wednesday uh was I was supposed to learn American Sign Language and violin, but I didn't learn violin. I delegated that to Thursday, and American Sign Language I learned yesterday. I think I did learn some phrases, but I can't show that to you right now because I don't have it down. But definitely, do you sign? I have to practice. Of course, a lot of things are mostly about practice of it. So definitely, I haven't learned my sign language, but like I've I have some written down. Like I have. Let me see if I have what I have written down. Honestly, um, Oh, that's why. Cause I am learning sign. But yeah, I have to master that. I've written down a few more phrases. I learn like 3 phrases every day, so that's what American Sign Language is at. But violins add a different thing. Of course, everything's different. The whole thing about I find the whole thing about Wednesday is that everything on Wednesday is uh new. Like I could learn something new every single day, and I think it's like profound. I think it's so fascinating to me that like there's so much in life that I don't know that I'm learning on like for example Wednesday. Um, Never played violin, learned violin now. Never spoke Mandarin. I speak Mandarin now. Like it's like things I learned, but it's like because there's not really a basis there. I think it's a hard thing because it's kind of like going off in the deep end. Uh, when Wednesday was solidified as like I started learning Japanese on Wednesday, I started learning Korean on Wednesday. My Korean is pretty awful now, to be honest. But that I have like a few phrases down in Mandarin. All the stuff that I need to practice, and again, a lot of it is practice and remembering like, oh, I know how to say this. I know the tenses here and there, but that's Wednesday. But speaking of earlier on, because like Wednesday is like Wednesday, I had so many things planned. I usually have things planned like usually I learn like two things. American Sign Language and violin this week, yesterday. But that didn't really work out. On top of what I'd scheduled, I think I even read here. Basically on Wednesday, I um I looked after my niece instead, so I didn't really have time to learn what I wanted to learn. But I hung out with my niece instead, and that was great. That's good family time. It's good for the soul. But I didn't get to do what I had originally planned, which I eventually got around to it because I mean everything I can delegate mostly. I tend to want every day to have a thing, a task, and Wednesday is usually if I learn something new on Wednesday, done. But that's what the goal is on Wednesday, I suppose. But of course, I spend more time with my niece, so I didn't get around to doing so much. Although I did learn a few phrases in American Sign Language. Not that I'm gonna brag about that because I have not practiced that. I learned it on Wednesday, and then I learned violin on Thursday. And violin is now it's like I love it because I have like maybe 10 minutes that I see of on YouTube of like, oh, what are we gonna learn today? Like we learn the parts of the violin or the strings or how to properly hold it. It's slow going, but I am getting around to it. And so far, I haven't really been hands on with it. I've been kind of treating violin as Phoebe Buffay treats the guitar with Gloria Treviani. Like we don't touch the violin. So I have the violin, and it's really interesting. Like I'm like, learning the parts of the violin, the strings, how do you assemble it, why it's assembled a certain way, kind of situation. But now it's just I have to like now it's just like G, D, A, and E, which is nothing new. I mean, sure those are the strings, but but now it's all about making it into something. Of course, violins are too cool for frets, so it's. I think that's what it was. It was like three strings, 3 fingers. Is like E, F, G, A kind of situation. But again, that's I'm probably gonna put that up for next week. Um, that's Wednesday and Thursday all in a nutshell. But what I should have started with was Monday. which I learned. Oh my gosh, is it Paul Simon? Whoever sang "Won't Back Down," I was like, I have to learn that song, and that's a good song to learn or to sing. I think it's easy. It's like G D. Oh my gosh, G C and D maybe. I have to look it up. But yeah, that was the song I do on Mondays. I try to learn a song. Uh, Infamously, Mondays were situated as playing music, and I guess this week it was "Won't Back Down," which I can't remember who wrote that song, but but I did sing that song. I did play that song, and oh boy, I think it was Paul Simon. Let me double check that. Today was an interesting day, by the way. Oh, it's by Tom Petty. Paul Simon. Tom Petty. Um, but yes, it was E minor, D, and G, is it? E minor, D, and G, so whatever. Uh, I probably learned that song. I just learned it online. That I played for a little bit, and then that is my learning. Or that's my guitar for the day. Tuesday, it was a kind of a toss up. I am. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you can kind of see it. I Tuesday I wrote a blog post on watershed moments, and of course that's all out there. If you want to see it, it was kind of a. It was kind of addressing the same. mm, the same things that keep on happening in my life. Like, not necessarily they're happening, but when I'm talking about what happened, like, oh, this is what happened this day. I always go back to that day. So that's why I'm gonna call them watershed moments because it's like it was so important that day. I mean, not every single day is like big day, but it's a pretty big day. I mean, it's not like something big like an election. It's like that's a big day. That's something that happened and it altered how life went about things. And I have come across a few watershed moments, watershed days that have affected me. And I think that's what I wrote about on Tuesday. But after that was like Wednesday, taking care of the niece, and then I then we're here. I also did. I think it was on Tuesday. You can see it on the wall there. I decorated my walls with sakura. So that's something I did. I think it was like on Tuesday or Wednesday, and that was my autistic thing. I think I have narrowed down the fact that I want to accomplish something autistic or something that's good for the soul every single day. So definitely, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. I started decorating my wall with sakura. Not at all influenced by Belle Delphine, but yep, that's what I decorate. I don't know if you can see all of it, but it goes from the wall to the other wall, and it gets confusing over there because it's like whatever. And then um I got a package a few days ago. Whenever I got it, um I think I made a tweet about it, about how I was going to decorate my walls. And I did eventually, but I did. And I think there's like 3 bits of like Sakura. Well, to be fair, there was like 4 bits, but I could only use 3 of them because the fourth one it goes like then it goes to that wall and then I'm like, okay, so how am I gonna do this? But I did use the 3 bits on one wall, and that was my creativity for the day, I suppose. But that's the creativity for the day. Also, I have delegated like every single day. Like on Mondays, I'd be playing the guitar, and hopefully, I'd be writing a song or something on Monday. But sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. As long as I play a song, I'm happy about that. Tuesday, as long as I'm writing, I'm happy about that. Wednesday, as long as I'm learning something new, fabulous. But doesn't always work that way. Like ideally, I was that was the hard thing about. I feel like I'm experiencing difficult times every day because I don't know why, but I do know that on like Tuesday I write because I write. That's just what I do. I used to do it since like grade two or something. But I was thinking like, you know what? It'd be beneficial to make money from writing. So that's now on my to-do list of like things to do is to get paid for writing whatever I write. Um, it's similar like I could be on YouTube and make money off of making videos or whatever. Everything it comes down to like at the end of the day, if as long as you're making money, perfect. But that doesn't always work the way you want it to for many reasons. Some some know, some don't. If you know it, great. But what I've learned is it's not that easy. I think every day that goes by is different, which is great because it's like it's not the same day again and again. But I like to look at it as every day is different. Every day offers new possibilities. I might get an email one day, and then I learn something new or I have a new experience every single day. But doesn't happen every day, but some days it does, and then you're on another path of doing something new, and that's what you're doing for the day. And we don't know how long that's going to be, but that seems to be what life is now. It's just doing something new every day and accomplishing things, and hopefully at the end of the day, making money and being happy about it. And I think how I've set life up, I'm pretty happy with it. I was so happy yesterday, and I'm saying Wednesday was probably a big day because I washed my hair and I was like, uh, and then I just appreciated cleanliness. And like some days, you remember that week when you couldn't wash your hair or when you couldn't be clean, you appreciate those things so much more. And that's why I was like so super psyched about yesterday because I was like, I got to wash my hair, I got to be clean, which is I'm grateful for it. It's great. It's a great thing, but well, it's different how everybody looks at it. I think because there are small things in every day that you can be happy about. You can make small things big things if you want, and I think that's an important thing to learn and to be aware of is that small things can become big things. Um, I was I don't you want to take that thought on, but it's just that it's like one small thing can lead to a big thing, and that big thing could be huge and affect so many people's lives, and that's just how it is. That's just how life can be if you acknowledge the big things or the small things. Depends on how you look at it. If you're having a really, really bad day, things not going your way, how you view things and perspective on certain items and certain events, certain things changes everything, I think. Being grateful that you have water that you can drink, it's awesome. Taking small steps every single day and like noticing like, oh my gosh, I'm so grateful that I have a guitar and like so thankful for that guitar. Two guitars, but still, like small things can be huge things. I wrote once a journal entry on a pencil and like how important it is to like express yourself and like being able to write down and have a voice basically. Like there's certain things that listen, certain things are big things and you never realize the small things until later. I think it's like it goes along the lines of you don't know a moment until it's gone. Um, if you had a great day today, well, tomorrow's gonna be a memory, and hopefully that day is just awesome. You'll always have your memories. I think it's down to that. We all we all have our memories, and that's what we're left to. Um, I do think that spending so much time with my niece, for example, um, 2021. I made a video on it, so I don't want to necessarily go into it too much, but it was a really difficult year because of so many things. But in but in so many words, like a few people that I cared about passed away, and I think that like after one person passed away, that could be harrowing for years. But I lost five people or items, or and when I'm thinking items, I lost my dog and my father. It's I Yeah, well, 2017 was a tough year too because I was going through work and stuff. It was a tough, tough year. But in that year, um, Jonghyun passed away, and it seems complicated, and I don't really want to get into like how much a person can affect you. And it's like when people when people you don't know personally um pass away, it's like different people can interpret it different ways, definitely. Um, but 2017 definitely. When Jonathan passed away, I didn't realize how bad that was. Like it was quite a loss. Little did I know that 2017 was just like, you got this, because 2021, you're fucked. um, and it definitely was. That was 21 was not a great year, but I'm led to believe that I'm not alone in that. Um, because of everything that's going on with like COVID and stuff. I'm not know I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that word. But that's the same thing. The illness that I was mentioning before. Um, which speaking of, uh, I didn't go through that today. Has nothing to do with me today. But I will have a third vaccine on the 16th. So I'm part of that crew, but I don't look forward to the days after the vaccine because I have a history of not having a good time with the vaccine. So we'll see what happens, and hopefully it'll be better in the end because I don't know. I used to think that if I just took the vaccine, things would go back to normal. And that's all I want. I don't even know what normal is anymore, but I thought that after I got the first vaccine and the second vaccine, I was like, all right, can life go back to normal? Because that's all I really want. What normal is, who knows? Um, but it's not even like people that passed away coming back to life. Um, it's like the new normal. It's we're not allowed to be. It's like you have to at least always be 6 feet apart all the time. There's not allowed to be a certain number of people in a restaurant. Um, what are things we have to agree? Did we agree on somehow? I don't even know what I agreed on, but that's the gist of it. So like, I wish it wasn't like this anymore. I think that was it 4 years? 2019 at least. 19, 20, 21. Probably 22. Yeah, at least 4 years. Probably more. This whole pandemic has changed a lot. Things are different now, and somehow I have to just accept it. Um, but that's where I was going about on about like, so if I get the vaccine, will things go back to normal? Because oh my gosh, I there's so many more rules and regulations now. Now we all have to walk around with masks. Now we have to be sanitary 1,000%, which is like great, be sanitary. But there's definitely a limit to that. And the things like I was like noticing yesterday, um, how well all my masks are hung up over there, but people at a certain age, they won't have to wear a mask for whatever reason. And all right, but seems beneficial to wear a mask because they tell us to. But that's the thing too, is like things are like not even. It depends on who you believe too. They say to do that, so you better do that. It's 1,000%. Oh my gosh, what is life? But for whatever reason, that this is what life is like now, and hope you survive it, cause it's the new normal, and as long as you get by every single day, you'll be doing great, I suppose. But damn, all in all, um, I think my resolutions tend to be the same as they always were. Um, I don't know how I want to say apt or like I don't know how important they are, but I think the last one is like paramount. Basically, the three resolutions were job, partner, and happiness. And I mean, the job and partners are like, how much do I want to be in the status quo? I don't know. That's like, set those aside. But the third one, just be happy. Do whatever I need to do to be happy. So, oh boy, that's good luck with that one. Don't be sick. All right, I'll work on it. Like today I wasn't feeling all that, but it's okay. Yeah, I think I'll open the window and breathe some fresh air, drink a lot of water, and just chill. Maybe do some breathing exercises because I don't even know why I was so sick today, but I was. And that's just normal, I suppose. I don't know if I'm playing the trade in game, but I wish like oh my gosh, I was thinking about this today. What if, there are these people that are like throw like $20,000 at whatever. I almost wish I was like that. I can't do the whole throwing $20,000 at nothing. It has like I wish I had maybe I wish I was a billionaire or something. I don't know. I wish I could have that like FU money where I can do whatever I want with it. But oh boy, do I not have that money. And I was thinking, I wish I did sometimes. Sometimes I wish I did. But instead I am here. um Instead I'm here. Doing whatever the F I'm doing. I don't think anybody I mean I know. I don't know if anybody understands or just knows what I'm doing. I know, but oof, it's definitely interesting interpretation of life, I suppose. Because basically I'm a very creative artist. And speaking of which, I think today, although I'm not necessarily gonna work on anything, although I might end up working on something like last week, I was just like chilling and then I was like, okay, music, let's do this and writing stuff. So today I'm going to organize all that stuff and we'll see what happens and I will probably post it tomorrow and hopefully stuff will happen because that's the other thing too. The whole financial friends thing. Uh, I'm not a high seller, but the option's there. And if you want to give me some money, that'd be nice. So there's that. I just have an agreement I have with just life. Like that is an avenue if you want to follow through with that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is listen to some music and organize and post everything. Or do whatever, because you know what? I have a lot. I have a lot of quips. Give me a second. Just getting through the quip stuff. Okay. Here we go. This is Chopin. Alright, get my mind in order. Let's see. That's always a thing too. It's like I can play piano. Why not just play piano? That'd be great. And somehow make money off of that too. Somehow make money off of it. I think at the end of the day, it's like do whatever you want. Just make sure you're making money at the end of the day. Oh, this one I'm gonna totally chop out. Oh my god. This guy, I don't think has. I don't think I can use that because I have not added anything to it. But definitely that I have a list of things that I have to do. But I do these ones. Go ahead, what do I do with it? Yeah, I have like 4 other ones that I want to do something with, but I can't do anything with it now because it's not on original work. It's like now I'm just like doing other people's stuff. I don't think I can like show them. Go like, yep, I made this. But I did. So I have 3 things I'm gonna work on. Maybe not now, maybe not. I do have a few things that I want to take a photo of and post. Probably on Society 6 or something. But we will see what happens. This is not one of those things, but oh my gosh, isn't he like the cutest bonbon I ever did see? I love him so much. Oh, he's downstairs right now. But yes, I think I've done in the future is one of the things I want to talk about as well. Right now, it's gonna be taking photos of these guys and posting that on Side 6 or whatever. Link is in the doobly-doo below me, and I think there's only like 2 more weeks in February. And I was thinking because of January, I don't know if it went well, but I was such a big fan of the mukbang that I did at the end of January that I want to do it again in February. And it's like a toss up for what I'm gonna do. But because I have different ideas of what to do. But I think I'm pretty solid on Vice Dogs because that is perfectly for the mukbang style. Like there's a lot of food. So I'm like, oh, that's gonna be fun. Oh yeah. I'm totally doing that on oh, let's look at the time. I'll be doing that on the 24th. Which means we still have the 17th to work with. But that is that. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'll have that all sorted Dang, no. That all everything. Let me see. Yeah, that is everything. Um, I mean, there's other stuff, but I don't know if I want to talk about that now. But the other things, for example, on Tuesday, in addition to whatever the stuff I already said I did, I looked into education because education. So I learned that the different types of school is Waldorf, Reggio Emilia, Montessori, and French immersion, or like not even French immersion, but language immersion. But I think those are the main ones that are out there. Um, just so I learn when I'm talking to people what I'm dealing with when they say like, "Oh, we're this kind of school," so I get to know what they're talking about and we're on the same page. But they all tend to be like, well, the 5-year-olds, so no, it's not my main demographic, honestly. But whatever, however to get from point A to point B, honestly. And I think that's one thing I have to think about and play with in my mind for however long it takes for me to accept it and move on. But I think it was Tuesday, or was it like even last week? That was one of the things I learned is the types of schooling, which is kind of like what they taught me in UCE as an ECE teacher. Um, which is an interesting thing I always said about ECE is that I know enough that I know better. Not that I'm going to do anything with that, but I know better. So if somebody says or does them something, I'm like, actually, they teach you to not do that. So I know better, but however I act upon that is a different thing. Because the other thing is that whenever I'm looking into jobs and stuff, every now and then, that's what I mean. Like every day is different. Um, I have one or two that I'm eyeing, but in the end, it's like I found after relocate to North End or Surrey or speak French, and I'm like, oh, wait, je parle français un peu, demo, demo, mais, demo. um, but that seems to be from always. So like, relocate or suffer. So I mean, that's the other thing too. Um, I think I found it out on Wednesday or Thursday, probably Wednesday, that I'm also going to probably go back to school eventually. Um, because in the end, what started this all was having something to do. Now it's having something to do that will make me money, that makes me happy. Okay, I'm thinking, mm, I don't know how much I'm thinking, how big picture I'm thinking, but if I wanted to, oh my gosh, allergies. If I wanted to say teach in Japan, I could get my teaching degree and go to Japan. Um, for example, uh, for example, that even in that, I'm all like, I also have to think small picture, in that like, yeah, I could do that for a year or two. I guess I'm always thinking like, as long as I can get to the next bit, um, I could do that. but then I have to get the teaching degree. So that's why I was all like, oh, so maybe I should become a teacher because it just seems to be coming where I'm from. Uh, you teach, so that's what I do, and that's what I'm gonna do, I guess. You teach or you do, basically. So, what do I gotta say? Um, I'm gonna have these on take a photo of. I'm gonna post it onto either Twitter or Society, probably both. I mean, we'll see what happens, and work on the 4 interim pieces, which I have just assembled, but I have not added to it. So that's what I've had planned for today, and then. And then I don't know. I don't know. I have a list of stuff that I wrote down, but all of that comes down to time and space. And right now, I've um, I've delegated. I've divided 2021. I've basically I think of 2021 as like a year of rest compared to 2020, which I didn't plan on anything happening in 2020, but wow, did life really F me up a bit. So 2021, I'm gonna save, and after that, I don't know. So as it stands, in 2021, Monday, January to March, I'm going to save money, and that's like saving money, paying bills, blah. And then March ish to April, it'd be like spending money. And then I don't know, one step at a time, just how I'm at. And that's really how I have planned. Well, I have my week planned, and then every day onwards from there. Honestly, like some things like I wish my hair was longer. To be fair, I have wigs that are the length I like it. I want my hair to be, but yeah, certain things like I wish X, Y, or Z, and you can only do so much. So it's important to acknowledge the things that you can and things you can't control. And right now, I wish my hair was longer, but oh well, it is what it is right now. And that's kind of the reason why I have quite a number of wigs, honestly. Last week or so, I sorted the wigs out and I recycled some, sorted things out. So the wigs are on the way. Um, I've got different shades of blue, purple, green, blonde, black, and red. I think are the gist of them. But definitely it's one of those things that like, if I feel like wearing a wig today, I'm gonna wear a wig today. But today, I would be wearing a wig today. but I washed my hair yesterday, so it just needs to be styled. So it's where it's at, and oh well. I'm just chilling like a villain and just enjoying Japan, I guess, at the moment. ほんと。是。Um, I know that like Christine from Civil Neological sometimes puts her cats on display, films the cat sleeping or whatever. And I was thinking that my version of that would be like I'd put my I don't know if you can see it, probably can't see it because I'm staring at it right now. Put my lab lamp on and just like that would be my kind of cat thing. Although at the same time I could also do the cat thing with my rabbits. So there's that. I'm just staring at my lab lamp and I'm like, oh man, I should just do that. But then nobody's gonna see it. Nobody's gonna watch it. It's fine. It's fine. But it is what it is. Is that a saying? It is what it is at the end of the day. We only have what we have. We can only do so much. And oh well, that's fine. I'm happy. I'm happy with that idea that I can do what I want. Things like thinking back on last year. What a hand to be dealt. But I'm sure people have their own stories about what happened. And now it's only just making up the story for now. And the story for now is that I'm gonna be eating probably some veggie dogs on the 27th, 26th, whatever 2 weeks from now is. And I don't know what I'm doing next year. Next year. Oh my gosh. I don't know what I'm doing next year to be honest, but next week I'll have to think about something. I'll have to figure that out. And it's kind of like we'll see what happens. Because the big day for me is like payday, which is the 15th, and right now I'm like counting pennies until then. We'll see what happens. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Everything will be okay. And if it's not okay, it's not the end or something like that. I don't know. All I know is that I'm feeling better than I did today. Because today kind of really knocked me out. But it's fine. It is what it is, as my brother would say. And I would definitely have things posted on Society 6 lovexlyrics. I think it's take down there as well. If not, it's also on Twitter, which is also twitter.com/lovexlyrics. Because I'm a band now, and hopefully you can, if you want to get the prints, have at it. And this is how it should be. I'm just living my life, being an artist, and hopefully good things happen. Because in the future, I don't know what the future means. I don't know what the future means, what it holds. But maybe like March, maybe tomorrow even. I don't know. I'm gonna set up my Wii and play some more Legend of Zelda, and I'll be happy again. Because in the past, that made me happy, playing Legend of Zelda and just living life. It's those small things. It is the little things. It is the little things that really add up. And well, every day is like a grain of sand, and you can pile it, and it's like you definitely have a pile of sand with every day that passes. So that's why I figured about like every day I'm doing something, and my skill level of everything I'm doing every day is gradually getting bigger. And the only thing is kind of like Wednesday because it's kind of like what happens on Wednesday. But whatever I choose to be, whatever I choose to do, it's like whatever happened. Like I can say like, well, that day I learned this, and that's what I learned, and that I'm I'm happy with that. That I learned something new today. Um, Wednesday I learned something new, and today I learned parts of the violin. And who knows, in like a month's time, I might be able to play the violin fluently, and it's like another language I know in a certain way. But add to the pile list: piano, guitar. I can play all the instruments, man. But it's knowing that every day is something new, and you can definitely make something with every day. Eventually, you'll have that big pile of sand. You can do something with it. But every day is like one thing of sand that you learned something new that day. And you can get it today, and nobody can take that away from you. That's a famous quote in the family, I guess, that my dad told me. I think because my life is so divided, um, that's why it seems kind of chaotic and nobody knows what I'm doing. But really, I'm doing something new every single day. But because life is so different every single day, it's kind of hard not to know. I have a general gist of what I do every day, but hmm, if you're not with gist, not with life, then that's just that. Try and catch up. Anyways, I'm gonna put ways now probably grab some food, probably chill with the rabbits. I don't know. I will see you guys next week. Well, I don't know what I have planned, but I will definitely have something planned in 2 weeks. Definitely. So, see you guys next week, hopefully. Love X Lyrics. Bye.